IMHO Talk Show. Sir Charles.
It's Max.
IMHO Talk Show, back like we never left, good people. And we are continuing this word on the street.
Word on the street.
That's right, Max and Nino. It's a lot of word, Thank y'all for
a lot of good word.
Good word.
Right.
Thank y'all for hanging in there with us today. We're gonna keep the ball rolling with more great community initiatives and announcements that's coming up. Because we back with a fan favorite, my man Fernando Gray. He is in the building. Fur Cuts, House of Cuts, all the good stuff that my brother does. One big thing is the annual back to school bash that the 100 Cuts initiative puts on with other great community partners. But Fur, man, how you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I appreciate you guys having me up here today.
Yes, indeed.
It's a beautiful day. It's been a good, summer so far. I'm just looking forward for this school season to start.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
As we were saying, like we in that end of summer start of school rush, right?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that pivotal point, man. And props to you. Shout outs to you for being in that Flow Toyota video as well that is helping promote the back to school event this year, man. Like you've been getting calls from Hollywood, like they want to book you now.
Nah, I ain't getting no calls from Hollywood.
Oh,
I'm just getting calls from everybody about getting these haircuts. That's what's important right now.
That's what's up. So yeah, man. So just for those that don't know, though, the 100 Cuts initiative and this back to school bash, just let folks know, who makes up 100 Cuts and how this back to school bash got started.
Yeah. So 100 Cuts is a nonprofit program that we have or an initiative that we have where we go out into the public and provide free services for kids, and specifically hair services. So we've been doing that for. This is our 7th or 8th year this year. Right now, off the top of my head, I don't know. But it all started with the common goal of making sure kids are fully prepared to be back inside the school, feeling good, feeling ready to perform at their best, looking good, and just really give them a good head start at the beginning of the school year. And we feel like that's important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So now we have the Kicks and Cuts Back to School Bash, which is where we have a board which is made up of other entrepreneurs and small business owners and organizations that we all have that same common goal of making sure the kids are ready for back to school. So we were able to put together this big event. It goes to show how powerful it can be when everybody brings their resources together for one common cause, especially when you all have the same goal.
For sure.
So it's a beautiful thing that we're able to create and just serve our community.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we are talking about back to school bash on Sunday, August 9th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Boys and Girls Club. And yeah, man. So, is this everything, that you envision? Is it getting, bigger, better each year in your perspective? Let the folks know what we can kind of expect this year. Is there any new flavor, new twist to it this year?
I feel like every year is a new twist to it. Every year is a new flavor. It's grown so much and it's grown at such a rapid pace. I feel like every year we get another 250 to 300 kids that weren't there the year prior. You know what I'm saying? So every year is how do we manage that amount of people in this short amount of time? But we have a great board. We have great volunteers. Everybody just helps make this whole thing flow. Speaking of flow, now we have Flow Toyota as our presenting sponsor for this year, and they started sponsoring us last year. That has been a big piece in helping us just really do this with ease and set it up with ease. That way we could just, pay all of our attention towards the community, run efficiently as possible and just grow it. Like you said, they've been helping us with media, helping us with promo. Yeah. So that's been a nice power pack. Edition.
So I assumed 100 cuts meant you were giving out 100 haircuts, but you're cutting hundreds of heads.
Yeah. So last year we had 1,000 kids. So the reason why we call it 100 cuts is because we're specifically partnered with 100 Black men in Central Virginia. So we took Cuts, which is my brand, which my shop was House of Cuts. I'm Fur Cuts. So we just took that last part and combined it with the nonprofit, which is 100 Black men. So it's 100 cuts and we combined together.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good stuff. Yes, indeed. The back to school bash. It's a community favorite. It always does my heart well, man, to see all the families, all the kids, smiling, ready. Like you said, you getting them sharp for school. Everybody feeling good. Their confidence is up. all that good stuff. So Sunday, August 9th, 11 to 3. Yeah, so haircuts, braiding services, sneakers, books, nails, snacks,
okay.
and Max, don't be trying to sneak in there. It's for the
Nails,
kids.
Yeah,
It's for the kids.
we have a little bit of everything. Like I said, we also have locticians coming through for people with dreadlocks. We got nail techs coming through. We have cosmetologists coming through for the kids that wear long hair. We have barbers coming through for the kids that wear short hair. There shouldn't be anything left out as far as we got school supplies, sneakers, clothes, books. We're doing financial literacy classes for the older kids, which is there's also a cut the line list that if you sign up to take a financial literacy class at the event, you can skip the line. And that's with Mahogany and Friends.
Yeah.
So big shout out to them and their team because they really want to just provide that knowledge to these kids where it's like this information can really change your dynamic in your family's life.
Well, much more than being a fun event and a nice gathering, these are resources that people need. There are a lot of people who are trying to figure out, how am I going to get my son's haircut or my daughter's hair done before school, and they're trying to make ends meet and different things like that. So it's much more than just a nice event. It's one that people need the services that you're offering. That's the biggest part of it.
Yeah. And it's also more so we just want the community to come together, right? Like we don't try to target a specific audience, whether you need the resources or don't. We provide all the resources that one may need to be successful.
Okay.
But whatever your financial status is, it doesn't matter because we're just trying to have one big hoorah before the the end of the year. So it's like a big old party essentially. Okay. Before back to school, and we just want everybody to be right. The kids get to bring with their come with their friends. Also this year, in addition, we have it at the Boys and Girls Club, but the park right there, they're going to be doing food trucks, music, more backpacks. That's Forest Hills Park right there. So after the event, after you're done getting your service and, you grab your sneakers and you play in the gym and whatever the case may be, you could then go out. So this event is essentially a 2-part where you go from one location to the next and you're just able to walk right there from the Boys and Girls Club. So that's another fun aspect that we're doing this year too.
That is dope.
Great stuff.
Yeah. That is real good. Anything we missing, my man? I mean, I know it's a lot going on. You want to shout out the partners? I know, as you said.
Yeah, we could definitely shout out a few of the partners. Dream by Jamar. We got Uhuru Foundation with Robert Gray. Of course, we have 100 Black Men Sets of Virginia. That's who helps us, run everything through nonprofit. The 100 Cuts program, Prolific Running for bringing all the sneakers. They're a part of our board as well. Mahogany and Friends for bringing financial literacy in. We also got the Alphas coming up, the fraternity. They always help volunteer. They bring, the whole fraternity out there. Yeah, and I'm sure there's a few more that I'm missing, so I apologize if I missed.
You ever get any kids aspiring to be barbers? You get those questions during these events? Like, what do I have to do to,
Yeah, we do. So kids, it's good for them to see what, people that look like them are able to do, right? So a lot of this part of the event is about representation as well. So we come through, we give back, we show love, and the kids look at themselves and us when we do these things. So it also, shows them there's more to life than what you may only know about. A kid has to learn. Right. You have to show them for them to learn. So once they see it, it definitely, sparks those ideas in their head. Well, I could do this. I could do that. Right. So I think that's very important as well.
Yeah. Is that one of your fondest memories? Like, just when you think about the impact, because like you said, you've been doing this for several years. And and there's multiple sort of back to school events and stuff that happens, but definitely this is a big one. I think this is something that the community looks forward to every year. But like you said, like kids seeing themselves in you being a successful businessman and things like that, is that sort of the biggest thing that you get out of it, or what's a very fond memory of doing this event?
I mean, just like being in the mix with the community. Being actually meet everybody that's around and let them know, hey, these are, we are resources that you could have access to. We're right around the corner from you. You know what I'm saying? That's right. So it's just really like being out there and letting people know, like, we're here, and the people resonate into that, right? And they actually use those resources, and they come see you, and they come talk with you. You run into them at the grocery store, at the park, or at the gas station, and they come speak with you, and you build friendships over time, and you meet people, and the kids, you know, get a hold of you. Have little kids always stopping by the barbershop that live in the area. Hey, what's up? You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Now that my son's in football, I see some of the kids that's out there on the football field. They come up, they speak, and like people really remember like these types of events.
Yeah.
So like now we kind of call it like a hair holiday. It's like every year it's like a known fact we're doing this event. It's about, you know, doing hair services. You know, that's what it's centered around, and it's kind of stamped now.
Yeah.
And I think that's been dope because like now it's just like, hey, this is a hair holiday. Like when you think about August, you think about back to school, you think about getting your hair done for school with this event. And now we have so many other resources. Like at first it was just haircuts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's like this whole, you know, big event that we're able to come together, and it's been great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All for the kids.
Yeah,
all for the kids. Yes, K through 12, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
We're not missing no kids.
I just want to say, I know this dude since he was Jits, and I'm proud of you.
My dog.
Man, it's crazy. Like, I'm beyond proud of you, and like seeing how you stayed in the community, you giving back to the community. I just remember like when you was first learning how to cut and stuff, and then I heard about, and we ain't talked for a few years at first, and then you had got your shop, and then I seen you out again, and then it was like you blew up since you got the shop, and you always been humble and grounded. So to hear about, I heard you was doing this like you say, you've been doing it 7 years, a little bit more, but just to see how you continue to prosper with it, I'm proud of you. Like a lot of people,
I appreciate that.
Say they from here, but they don't really instill in the younger generation, like take pride in where you're from, give back to your community. So I'm definitely seeing you, Russ. So I just want to give you your flowers. But I do have a question before I go.
All right, what's up?
What made you do the first event like this? Like what inspired you to make you want to do that first event and let alone keep doing it? So like how did that first event go and what made you want to do it?
So the very, very first one started off when I first opened up my barbershop, House of Cuts. That was in 2019. My mom used to be the front desk lady at Boys and Girls Club in Southwood. And this was like the winter time. So January, the kids were on winter break. And my mom was like, why don't you guys come to the Boys and Girls Club and cut the little kids? Like my mom, she's real big on that, right? Like these little kids need this or whatever. Come over here and just cut hair. Plus, you know, she's the front desk lady, so she could let me. She has permissions where I could go use the space or whatever. So we cut about probably like 10, 15 kids. Like it was small. It was me and a couple other barbers, Quan and Jason. And yeah, we were out there. It was like a fun little vibe. Then the in August when it was time for back to school, you know, that's another, like, you know, the kids were going back to school. So I did it at Pastor Stanley Speed's church, God's House of Faith. And I had a few bars. There was about 50 kids there. So when the following year came around, I was like, okay, well, let me actually use this Boys and Girls Club Connect that my mom had. And then I took it over to Cherry Avenue because I wanted it to be closer to, like, you know, closer to the community of, like, you know, Cherry Avenue, downtown, just more accessible. And like the Southwood was all the way, you know, down there, down Fifth Street. So I wanted to move it there. And then that's when, you know, as the shop grew and as that event grew and people were realizing, oh, like you do the back to school haircuts. Like that's like a, you know, starting to become a little thing. Then we started partnering. I started adding people to my program to help me grow it, right? So at first it was Amanda Burns, who's a part of the city school board now. At first, you know, she was just working. She's a mom of the community. Me and her son were close. So that's how I got connected with her. She has a huge heart for the kids. And then Daniel Fairley as well. He was actually, she plugged me in with him, and he was at the time a Charlottesville youth coordinator with the city. So now I had a city tie. So again, like I said, we all had the common goal of what can we do for these kids and getting them ready for school. And we just really started pushing it that like that, and it just grew from there. I know Jamar and Bert with Dream Your Hero Foundation, they were like the original back to school like people. Like I didn't really see people doing back to school events till they did it, and that was back in like 2016 or 2017. They were just like, you know, giving out backpacks and you know, the school supplies, and I was doing the services, right? But it wasn't until I saw them do it that I was like, okay, well, I'll do services, for back to school. Like, what can I do to, give back at the time? And I was probably about 20 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This time, so a long time ago. But now we all partner together.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So like when we were able to bring our resources together, now we're really able to really bloom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, shout out to Mama though, the true OG in all of this.
Right.
Shout out to Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely need more of that collaboration. Yeah, man. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking to Fur Cuts, my man from House of Cuts. Y'all go check him out. But Sunday, August 9th, 11 to 3 at Boys and Girls Club. Once again, the Kicks and Cuts Back to School Bash. Like he just said, great community collaboration initiative. Need more of that, Charlottesville, the coming together and giving back and supporting each other in the community. So first, just want to make sure we didn't miss anything, man, as far as what what folks can we already talked about the event, but as far as anything else that they can expect, should they arrive early? It starts at 11, but I know that line gets long. Any other tidbits you want to leave us with to prepare for August 9th?
So it is first come, first serve. Everything is free. You're not gonna have to come out $1 at this event. And if you do come out $1 at this event, let one of us know. We'll cook the vendor out. It's as simple as that.
All right.
And like that's a principle that we stand on, right? But definitely get there early. It's gonna be a lot of kids. So last year we had about 1,000 kids who were expecting no less than what we met last year. Come there early. Sign up for the Skip the Line with Mahogany and Friends. There's about 25 Skip the Line slots.
Okay.
So
that's
you'll be able to get the financial literacy piece with them at the same time. Just skip the line, and that's super important. That's dope. I think it's important to come in here knowing that it's gonna be fun. You're gonna network. If you're new to the area, come to this event. Come volunteer or just show up. It's a great networking event. It's a great opportunity to meet your community because we're gonna have everybody in there at one time. So if you want to come out, network, and just join our program, you know what I'm saying? The more the merrier with us. So
good stuff. I
look forward to seeing everybody there. I look forward to being there and serving my community alongside with my team. And yeah, that's all I really have to say.
That's great.
Thank you, my brother.
Right.
Keep up the great work, Miss Max.
Yeah, no, nothing else to add to that. We appreciate you on behalf of the community. Thank you for all it is that you and your team are doing. And here's to another great school year for all of our kids who are going back.
Yes.